Yo, 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 what is going on, guys? Gabriel Santos here. And today's video is dedicated to people who are slumping. But not just slumping and looking for a change, looking for motivation, looking to make a change, right? So I don't necessarily have the most profound of tools, but what I encourage you to take on, I have a request. Okay, I have a request that sometime in the next month, month, okay, could be a week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 weeks, you start to wind down this slump you're in, right? You begin to come to terms with the fact that we got to make a shift soon. Like, we can't keep doing this. You know, you can't keep doing this because a year's gonna go by and you're still in the same place, right? And so my request is that in the next month or sooner, you begin to just slowly but surely inch your way towards being ready to shift. And what that looks like is, maybe in week one, you're not ready to even address this, right? You're still in the middle of your slump. You're still wanting to be sad. You're still wanting to be lazy and not have to sacrifice pleasure. You still want to kind of just have your life go the way it goes, even though it's not quite as great as you want it to be. You're not ready to make a change. You still want to kind of keep this going. You want the Chick-fil-A whenever you want. You want to wake up and bake up. You want to, do whatever the fuck you want. No discipline, no telling yourself no, no pain, no adversity, right? Fair enough, okay? Now, week two is going to come along, and, and mind you, if anything, the first step here is probably to, like, give yourself permission to enjoy it while it lasts. While you're still here in Slumpville, in Pleasureville, and Bingeville, right? Okay, good. Now, week two, or step two, is for you to get present with the fact that the state of your life isn't going to change unless you actually do something different, right? Like being healthier, being happier, being more fulfilled, being more satisfied, being, more hydrated, getting better rest, having more structure. Those things aren't going to happen through binging, through Pleasureville, through do whatever the F I wantsville. Those two things don't live in the same world, right? Okay, so it's like, all right, I can want those things, but I can't want those things and still go do these other things. That's not how the game works, okay? So it's kind of just getting, sorry if there's been a noisy fan in the background, just kind of getting just honest about the fact that, dang, what I want won't happen through Bingeville and slumpy dumpy mode, okay? Okay. Now, step three is kind of gearing up for something different, right? Gearing up for the shift, gearing up for what responsibility looks like, what saying no looks like. And when I say gearing up, I also kind of mean accepting, right? Accepting that when you finally decide, okay, now I'm done with Slumpville and I'm ready for, a Structureville or Disciplineville or what have you, Changeville, that part of that is not going to weed first thing in the morning. Probably means, whatever it is that you're looking for. It could be, water and a meditation, or going on a walk, or just, listening to some music and having some tea, right? So just kind of prepping yourself emotionally and mentally for the differences that are about to occur, right? So it's a combination of being done with Bingeville and being ready for Changeville, right? That's step 3. And as step 3 is occurring, you still might be indulging in pleasures, overindulging, not caring, not giving an F, right? That's fine, right? But you can kind of start to see that, you're starting to really inch your way over here, and you might even experience Bingeville is actually not even as satisfying. It's like becoming empty, right? Now, step 4 is actually deciding, okay, Sunday's our last day in Bingeville. Monday's the beginning of Changeville, okay? And then even more important, just as important rather, you need to have a clear plan and vision of what does Changeville look like, okay? And it looks like XYZ. This is what my week looks like in Changeville. And it's critical that you're clear on the change you're looking for, so that when the day comes to begin the change you're looking for, you know what you need to do, right? You know what that looks like on paper. And I request that you write it down on paper, okay? And that's pretty much it. And all that's left is step 5 is just to flex those muscles, get some repetition in. Repetition of that change, repetition of discipline, repetition of, just living in a different way, living in the way that you want, whatever change you're looking to make, whether that's exercising, whether that's, moderation, what have you, right? But to repeat those steps, if I can remember it off top, step 1 is giving yourself permission to binge still and enjoying it freely, guilt-free. Step 2 is beginning to accept that, okay, I can binge for however long I want, but the change I'm looking for requires me to act differently, right? I can't want health, but smoke weed, play video games, jack off, and eat junk food all day. Those two things don't live in the same world, right? Step 3 is gearing up for change. Accepting that when you do decide to change, it's going to look differently. And accepting that when you do decide to change, you'll no longer be partaking in heavy binging anymore, right? And then step 4 is choosing a day to be done with Bingeville, and then choosing a day to begin changing, right? To shift. And then step 5 is creating a plan and a vision around what change you're looking for and the action steps required to get there. And then step 5/step 6 is execution, right? Doing it, right? And so hopefully this video found you well. I know what it's like to be in Slumpville. And whether it's in a month's time or however, you can utilize this process to go from, downward spiraling or in a rut to getting back on the horse. This is what I use personally. This is what have worked for me. And so yeah, use this information how you will. Please leave in the comments down below if this helped you, what helped you, and if you can relate. And if you're someone who has a sense of mastery over, your process of going from rut to, vibing, please share down in the comments below what is your process. But in any case, again, I hope this video found you well. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace.